This episode of Cape Ann Today is brought to you by the Building Center, setting the standard for quality and service since 1903.
To honor March as Women's History Month, we are speaking to women who are local municipal leaders about their lives and work. Today, I'm talking to the chair of the Essex Board of Selectmen, Ruth Pereen. Hi, Ruth.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. Would you tell us a little bit about your professional career?
Sure. Let me rewind time and get back to the very beginning. I had no idea that I was going to end up in municipal work. I started out of high school going to North Shore Community College to get a nursing degree. And from there, I stumbled upon the idea that I wanted to be self-employed. I started a residential house cleaning company that evolved into a commercial janitorial company that I ran for 8 years, at which point, when I finally decided to sell the business, I had 37 employees, and we had accounts all over the North Shore, all the way up to Burlington. And I sold out and I went into pharmacy, believe it or not. My family pharmacy, a little bit of background, still in medicine, but helping people in a different direction. I worked at the family pharmacy for many years and then transitioned over to a compounding pharmacy. So I've been at Custom Medicine in Beverly for 16 years this May, and I'm now the vice president of operations for a compounding pharmacy. And I love my job, I love my staff, and it's just a really rewarding industry to be in because you get to help people in medicine, but in a very different way that people never dreamed. So it's great.
Well, it's always interesting to interview you in your lab. You know, we've seen you in the booty, in the headpiece and the scrubs and everything. So, and it's just always so interesting to learn what our local leaders are actually doing on their day job. So, yeah. Right. So
we fit it all in.
Right. What inspired you to move into local government?
I've been in local government now for 3 years, and I'll be honest, I was inspired by many people, but the most important one is my husband, David Pereen. David has served the community of Essex as a call firefighter for over 30 years. I've watched him jump out of bed at all hours of the night to respond to calls. He even runs out on the family during holiday meals. I realized a long time ago that I was part of that fire family by default. And I also realized that I had a lot more to give to our community, but I certainly was not going to be running into burning buildings. So I decided that this was an avenue for me to give back, do my civic duty, and not run into a burning building. However, I must say, sometimes I think I jumped out of the frying pan into the fire. So to some degree, I am still in the hot seat.
Well, the Pereen family is serving Essex well. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
So how has it been trying to navigate a professional and a private life with the incredibly demanding, municipal work? It takes a lot of time. It's a lot of volunteer hours.
It is. It's funny. I have 2 boys. They're 19 and 22. And as a parent, they're both Marines. They're both serving our country. One is in Camp Lejeune, North Carolina. The other is at Quantico in Virginia. And when my little one, who's now 19, when he was 16 and a half and he started driving, I thought, wow, I'm not needed anymore. I have a lot of free time on my hands. So I said, how am I going to fill up this time? So I started. This is what I did. I joined the Board of Selectmen and I fill up a lot of that time, and that's how I balance. But balance, I say to myself, what is balance? There's no real opportunity for balance unless we're talking about trying just not to fall down. It's not easy. I take it one day at a time. That's kind of my thing. I take it one day at a time. I basically created a 36-hour day and I fit it into a 24-hour clock. Being on the Board of Selectmen is truly a full-time job. People do not realize this, but I carve out a lot of time to prep for all of my municipal work. I do homework, research. I educate myself. I meet with a lot of residents. I make myself aware, and I just dig until I get to the bottom of whatever we're dealing with. So there's no real fine way to balance this. You just kind of make it happen.
I love that idea that balance is a myth. Because I think if we're honest, it is, right?
It really is.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I also thought you were going to say that you couldn't become a Marine, so you decided to join the Board of Selectmen.
No, honestly, being a Marine was always part of my dream. Just that life dealt me a different stack of cards, and I had to take that stack and I had to kind of make the best with it. So my dream was to actually be in the Marine Corps, and I wanted to be an MP. and I wasn't able to follow that dream. Things, like I said, dealt a different hand, but I was fortunate that my sister was able to join the Marine Corps and she was able to become an MP. So, yeah, so we do have a long history of Marines in our family, but I just wasn't able to go down that path.
Well, service in general. Wow. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you. Well, talk to us about women leaders. Did you see anyone in municipal government, any women in municipal government that inspired you? Or what made you think you could do this?
Yeah, absolutely. So as I mentioned a little earlier, my husband is a call firefighter. So when the town was in the design phase of our new public safety building, I made every effort to attend the meetings to look at what the accommodations for our first responders were going to look like, as well as how my tax dollars were going to be spent. So in doing this, I met then Select Board Chair Lisa O'Donnell. Watching Lisa run a meeting and manage the room was truly inspiring. I'm getting a little choked up because honestly, Lisa inspires me every single day. But watching her run that room and manage those meetings was amazing. So I was inspired by Lisa's diligence in getting the new public safety building built. I realized then that being a selectman was not single-threaded, and I felt that I just had the bandwidth to handle this type of position. To this day, 3 years later into being on the board, I still look to Lisa for her expertise, her encouragement, her advice, and honestly, having people like that in your life it's immeasurable. It's truly, I mean, it's rewarding to call her a friend, but it's even better just to be able to look back and say, I need your advice. So Lisa's one of those people for me.
And how about in your professional career? Any mentors or female mentors, female role models?
I mean, a lot of people I work with are role models to me. Just getting up every day and doing what we do. You know, I don't love to dwell on the pandemic. I want to put it behind me. I know that it's still present, but you know, here we are in the healthcare profession where we get up every single day and go to work. None of us missed a day of work. And that to me is inspiring. They are role models. We didn't hear them say, well, I want an extra dollar or I don't want to come to work. So those things are, you know, that makes them mentors and role models to me.
Well, do you think it's important to have diversity on a town board of selectmen? Or
Absolutely.
Town government?
Yep. I truly do. I believe diversity brings different perspectives. It allows us to see things from many different points of view. Having female on our boards and committees is super important. I think having a female on the board of selectmen is beneficial because women tend to be goal oriented. We're multitaskers. We have the ability to throw 100 balls up in the air and make sure we catch them all as they come crashing down. So I think that diversity is extremely important in every aspect of life, not just on boards and committees.
Well, we've talked about the time commitment or just the life commitment of this work. So why do you do it, Ruth? And what are the rewards?
So honestly, I don't think people are really aware of the time commitment that this takes. It's an incredible amount of time and dedication to this office. I didn't know the dedication, time, and commitment. I was told in the beginning that it was a couple of meetings a month, and I thought, hey, 2 meetings a month, I can do that. But this couldn't be further from the truth. If you want to do a good job, it's a huge commitment. On a slow week, I attend 3 to 4 meetings. On a busy week, it could be 8 meetings. Some of these are live, some of them are virtual. I will tell you that being virtual has made all the difference in the world. I can attend a lot more meetings. I do make myself available 24/7 to all of our town employees and residents. My cell phone and email are on the town's homepage to make sure that people can reach me whenever they need to. I read and respond to approximately 20 emails a day. A slow day can be 10, a busy day could be 30 plus. But this is all necessary to move our town forward in a positive direction. And then the rewards. The rewards come in many different forms. It could be honestly a kind word from a resident or a town employee. It can be a wave or a smile at the grocery store from somebody that just recognizes you. Sometimes it's flowers from a board member that knows you had emergency surgery, cookies and soup while recovering. There are huge rewards as well. Some of the big rewards are the grateful members of the Essex Police and Fire Department for the new public safety building, the happy kids at Memorial School. That was a huge project. The residents who are excited about protecting their property with the new zoning initiative. You know, we tackle all of these things with our teeny little town while trying to be fiscally responsible. That is not easy. But I have to say in closing, my biggest goal is to figure out how to stabilize our taxes to make it more sustainable for all of our residents to stay in this community and in their homes forever.
Well, thank you for all of this and your family's service and your service and your incredible hard work. I know the town of Essex is really appreciative, and I'm sending you virtual flowers right now.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate those flowers.
So the next time we talk, it will be more about business, but thanks again for sharing some of your life with us.
Absolutely. Anytime.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks, Heather. Have a good day.
You too.
Interested in a sponsorship? Email sponsor@1623studios.org to learn more.